Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Dan, how are you?
Good. I was just talking about, you reminded me of Tom Cruise on Oprah Winfrey's couch when he was jumping up and down. You were so excited yesterday. I haven't seen you that animated.
Yeah, that was a huge moment.
What? Come on, it was more than that. Are you all done celebrating?
Yeah, I'm gonna save up for Homestead now. Yeah, I mean, I'm still on cloud nine. It's incredible. Yeah, it's one of the highlight moments of my life.
Did we just wake you up?
No, I've got a little bit of a cold.
Oh, okay. It was great to see your kids over there. I mean, I think your emotion even surprised your kids after the race.
There's nothing cooler than being in that moment and experiencing it with your kids and seeing it through their eyes and my wife Ingrid as well. Just we wanted this to happen so bad and this be my final year and to experience that was amazing.
Why are you retiring?
It's a joke. No, I'm coming back.
Okay. There you go. Breaking news: Jeff Gordon not retiring.
You know what? I couldn't feel more content, even especially after yesterday, with my decision. It's just the right time. I've done a lot in this sport, but when I sit down and I add up everything going on in life, and it just makes sense. It's the right time, and I'm excited about the next stage, but I'm also very excited about what's happening right now.
But you see athletes and they want to go out in style, but then when you go out in style, you say, wait a minute, that was great. Maybe I should do that again. And then you get the guy who doesn't go out in style who says, oh, I can't go out this way. So there's this tug of war that goes on with athletes late in their careers.
That's very true. And I guess if I had just started thinking about this last year and then made the decision this year to do this, I might be second guessing it, but this thought has been going on in my mind for the last 5 or 6 years, and I think I heard, I don't know if it was Tom Brady or someone else that said one time, the moment you start thinking about retirement and you start thinking about should I make a change, is it time, then your days are numbered, and you're just not the same competitor, and that's what worried me when I first started thinking about that, because it had to do with my back and competitive level, and so luckily I had, between my family and Rick Hendrick and some others that talked me into no, it's not the right time. You need to stick with it a little longer. I'm glad that I did, but everything started adding up, and this year definitely it's the right time. And we've been having a rough year, I'll be honest, but I don't know what is going on here lately. It's just been crazy how things have turned around for us.
Do you believe in fate?
I believe, yes, I do. I believe in fate. I believe in karma. I believe in you got to work really hard to make things happen. And I will say, even though we haven't performed as well this year, we have worked extremely hard, and I think that's paying off for us as a team right now.
He's Jeff Gordon joining us, Dan Patrick Show. But do you believe good things happen to good people?
I do, and I think good people have bad moments sometimes too. But yeah, I do. I'm a big believer on how you treat the world, how you treat people. What you put into the world is what you get back out of it.
You had the accident with Logano and Kenseth right in front of you, or the accident's there. I guess you can say an accident, whether you believe that or not. But what did you think when you saw that unfold in front of you?
Wow, I'd kind of forgotten about it, their issue, and I was right behind Matt when the whole wreck happened the first time. That kind of took him out of the race, and it was a racing incident, but at the same time, I wasn't putting two and two together at that time of, oh boy, here comes the redemption, because I thought it was the 2 car that got into Matt, not the 22. And so when I watched it happen, I was like, oh my gosh, did I just see that happen? And of course, for me, the 22 at that time was the biggest threat that we had on the racetrack to win that race. So, things started adding up for me in our team of we really can win this race. So that was really my first thought. But, since then I've had a lot of things go through my mind in that incident. I had a similar incident with Clint Boyer several years ago, and so I can relate to Matt. He was taken out of a race win and a shot the championship in Kansas. And right or wrong, when that happens, you're not going to forget it, and you are going to take that win or championship away from someone else if you get that opportunity, and that's exactly what happened yesterday.
But is that NASCAR payback, like fair payback with what Logano did to Kenseth, that he does that to Joey?
Well, let's be honest. Life's not always fair, but here's the way I look at it. And Joey's been amazing this year, and he's not done yet. I think that they can still make it to Homestead and be a major threat. I think he's the favorite to win this championship. But had Joey handled that situation in Kansas slightly better, I mean, he was gloating about it. He's like, oh yeah, that I have nothing. That's exactly the way I should have raced him. He blocked me. Well, that's fine if you feel that way, but guess what? That's not helping the situation in how you're going to, how he's going to think about you, and not even think twice if he gets in that scenario and in that situation. And I think that's what I learned in my situation with Boyer is, yeah, I had regrets. I wish I'd handled it differently, but I also know my raw emotions came out, and I reacted. But it's how you handle it from that point moving forward is to what is going to help you get through it, and that goes from both sides, from Joey's side as well as from Matt's side.
Yeah, it just felt like there was a little retribution there, and I don't know if I had all the drivers, but I didn't put any names attached to their opinions. If I said, did Kenseth do what everybody else would have done in that situation? How do you think drivers would have voted?
Not everyone. I don't know if everyone. I can only speak for myself, and I think Matt is a very intense driver. He's quiet and reserved, but I've had my run-ins with Matt, but I have a tremendous amount of respect for Matt, and I think that what he feels like is he was disrespected, and that he wasn't going to stand for it anymore, and it's like kind of a 3 strikes and you're out type of situation. The Kansas thing happened. That's strike 1. They had some issues at Talladega. That's strike 2, and then boom, this happens at Martinsville, and it's like strike 3. That's it. I've lost any amount of integrity at this moment because my raw emotions and frustration have now taken over, and I think anyone that was in that position, who's a competitor, has driven a race car, I think it's a good chance. 90% of the time they do the same thing.
Well, congrats on the win. Good luck in Homestead. Keep dreaming, Jeff.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been amazing. I'm just overwhelmed and excited, and can't wait for these next 3 weeks. And always great to be on the show. Thank you.
All right, Jeff. That's Jeff Gordon, driver of the number 24 AARP Chevy for Hendrick Motorsports.